Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Beauty by Shandora, and I'm doing a silk press on 4C hair. My client today is actually experiencing her first silk press ever, so I feel honored to be able to give her this nice silky finish that I'm going to do. But right now I'm noticing that she has dry hair. With dry hair, there could be a number of factors of why it feels the way it does. If you guys can look at it, it does feel brittle and it does look brittle. It could be lack of moisture. It could be too much product usage. It could just be not upkeeping the curls. Being that this is months of damage, we can't expect to treat everything in one day, but we are going to try our best. Once I've shampooed and I've conditioned her hair, I'm going to go ahead and add in my natural oils that I like to use. I'm also using rose water. I love rose water on the scalp. It actually does a good job with nourishing the skin, which is, your scalp is skin, so make sure that you're taking care of that skin on your scalp. The most important part of a silk press, in my opinion, would be to blow dry. This is the part when you're going to be stretching out those kinks and those curls. It's going to make it to where when you're pressing, you're using not a lot of heat just to get it to be straight. This is the pre-press for me. I make sure that I'm going in and I'm getting all the kinks, but I'm being still very cautious because once again, like I said, she still has those dry ends, and I cannot forget that as I'm passing through her hair with a high heat setting. And I would recommend that you only have a professional use high heat settings on your hair. If you're at home trying to do this, make sure you're using a low heat or medium heat, because you don't want to have to fry your hair if you're not being able to see what exactly you're doing. And I love to be able to part it in 4 sections, and within the sections I make smaller sections just so I can get all of those kinks out with 4C hair. Once again, you gotta have patience. You can't rush through it. Though this is a sped up video, you have to understand that this is a process, and if you want good results, you have to take your time. Now this is where the magic starts to happen, is when you see the press. And like I said, she also has dry ends, so you're gonna find that I'm gonna be running into some areas that I have to constantly comb out. I have to constantly detangle to even try to get my flat iron through it. I'm gonna do as much as I can without causing any type of heat damage. So yeah, I'm showing you a close-up now. You'll see the ends. You see how it has like a little mini afro look? The rest of the hair is stretched. The curl is stretched. But at her ends, it's very dry. And being that this is her first silk press, we still have to get her hair somewhat trained to be able to be combed through fully and its dry state. A lot of times with 4C hair, it's very manageable when it's wet and when it's moisturized. But when it's in a very dry state, even with product on it, you'll find that if it's not really heavy base product like gels or something, it's going to be really hard to actually take a comb and comb through it. So here I am. This is what I'm doing. I'm taking a fine tooth comb and I'm going through it slowly with my flat iron, and I'm taking very small partings. This is also a key to the silk press. Small partings is the key to success when you have to do a silk press. Do not use chunky partings. Alright, so the flat iron part is finished, and you see I'm showing you her dead ends. I'm showing you how stiff it looks, and it even feels stiff, so you'll be able to see the difference. The trim now is going to be the next great component. I've got to make sure that I'm trimming just enough so that it is an even cut and she can still be able to wear it the way how she wants to wear it, but it's just enough for me as a stylist that I'm getting rid of those dead ends that I already have a problem with. You'll come across clients who want to say, I want to keep my length and I don't want to cut too much off, but sometimes you have to sit down with your client and let them know the truth. Like, listen, hey baby girl, These ends have to go. If you want to continue to have long, strong hair, you gotta let the weak ends go. You can't just be worried about length and not worrying about strength. And now for the fun part. You're going to quickly go ahead and curl. I'll take big partings on this part. It doesn't necessarily have to be small partings. And we're just going to do a quick curl without flat iron. And these curls are actually going to be combed out, so you don't really have to worry about them being too neat, but just enough so that you're getting like a little bounce to the hair. Being that we already flattened it out, it's now looking silky smooth, and it's much better texture and feel than when we first started. Next, we wrap the hair. I like to use a big powder brush to go ahead and brush those curls out and then wrap the hair around. Though it may seem like, okay, why did you curl it and then you're just going to brush it out? It's because the curls are actually going to give it a bounce. And you'll see at the end how it looks. It's not for it to be a very curly, tight look. It's going to have like a very natural bounce look that you'll be able to wear in like a very, very natural state. So the whole idea for the wrap is to make sure that the hair is steamed inside the wrap. After about 10 minutes underneath the dryer, I go ahead and I'm going to just take a bright tooth comb and I'm going to start styling her hair. And now I get to see those layers. I get to feel like how smooth the hair is now. It has a much better feel. And I know you guys can see the ultimate difference from the beginning of this video to now about the end of the video. And once we're done playing around with it and see how those layers lay after we got our trim, she is happy and I'm so happy. This is her first silk press and honey is loving it. She has dinner with friends and I'm excited that she can go out looking good. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram and book me if you're in the New York, New Jersey area.